Hello everyone, this is Diane. I'm just going to have a play day. It's Sunday afternoon and I'm going to work on some ephemera. I'll show you a couple things that I had already done. I am able to record and upload with my phone again, and I can talk about that while I'm working on something. Maybe I don't want to just sit here and talk about that. I still am trying to figure out my new camera though, so I'll talk about that too. So anyway, we are a-okay for getting videos done on my phone now, and I'm so relieved. But here's the thing. I did a video a few days ago and had it all lined up for tomorrow of collaging in my little blue book. And then I went to delete my video from today, which was just an Etsy update, and once everything sold, I wanted to delete the video, but I deleted this video instead. Can you believe it? All the trouble I've had uploading videos, and I had one all done, and I deleted it. So I'll just show you what I did. I think the video got cut off anyway. I think the camera just shut off before I was done. But if you're not familiar with my little blue book, it's just a lady and a quote with a background and a little bit of pen work. So I did those two. And then I moved to the back of the book because I do a spread in the front and then a spread in the back. And I did this one, and I was going to start on this one, but my camera shut off. And that's just some samples of paint, and it's from a magazine. Here for Life. So we didn't get to see the process of that. What I want to do today is just kind of work on some things that are on my desk. I cleaned up from the Golden Book journals. I'm in the process of cleaning up from that, but I had these little scraps, and I thought maybe I'll just find something to make with these. So that's what we're going to work on today. And I also had, I know I did these on a video where I stamped all the words from some of my stamps and then was making little strips. And I don't think I showed them to you after they were sewn. This one didn't get sewn. This was part of a bag that I cut with a die, and it cut the bag. It slit it, so it wasn't a bag anymore. So I just took it and made an ephemera out of it. It's got some doily and a little piece of lace scrap and the one stamped piece. That one's on fabric. This one's on fabric with a fragile embossed piece behind it. So it's got 3 layers of paper and 1 of fabric. This one has cheesecloth behind it. This is vintage wallpaper back there. I love that plaid. So I'm going to put these away and have them handy to use. Another thing I wanted to show you was, I think we started these on camera, just using some magazine images, glued them to cardstock. So these will be little tuck spots, and that's a journal card. But I did sew around them yesterday while I was cleaning up. I had these just sitting out, so I thought I better finish them. And you didn't see all of them. I don't think you saw the pattern ones. These were very old and vintage patterns in very bad shape. You can see there's tape here, and this was torn out, so I put some floral scrapbook paper behind that. So the only way to preserve these, because this is torn right here, was to glue them down to something. So I glued them onto tags, and then I sewed around them. And then here's another thing. This is another of the patterns. I never know what to do with the very large fiction illustrations in the old magazines. Like, this is a big page. This is cut off at the bottom. And what are you going to do with that? So I decided to start making some large tags with them. This is a fashion illustration, but oh, there's another pattern. This was torn right across there. And there's a little piece missing here, so I put a label on it. But this is an illustration from a magazine, and I just centered it on her. So I'm going to do a couple of those right here. I didn't really have a game plan. I just thought I'm going to just turn the camera on while I play around. I want that down a little bit lower. Oh, I guess I had it folded there already. Yep, that's where I want it. So while I do this, I can talk about the issues I was having. So my phone didn't have any, all the gigabytes were used up. Didn't have any space. And I kept, so that's why the video would shut off. And then even if I could record a video, I couldn't upload it. So I kept deleting stuff. I deleted apps, or I offloaded them to the cloud. I don't even know what that means. But, I mean, I know practically what it means. I can upload them again from the cloud, but I have no idea how that cloud thing works. But anyway, I was deleting photos, and I deleted some apps, and my son-in-law came over to try to help me figure it out, and he said it was the photos that was the bulk of the storage. It was using up the bulk of the storage, like by a long shot. But I didn't have a ton of photos, not like a lot of people do. I don't use my phone for taking pictures very often. I just forgot what I was looking for. And I started deleting all of the, what do you call it? Attachments. So when my sisters and I, or my kids and I, would send gifts or GIFs to each other, they were all on my camera, and I've on my phone, and I've had my phone. I've had a couple updates, but all the stuff is always uploaded to it. My daughter and her husband I'm on their plan, so they buy the phones. And they just upload stuff to it. Whatever's on my old phone gets put on the new one, so it's like 7 years worth. Because they bought it for me soon after my husband died. So 7 years worth of attachments in emails and Facebook and messages and whatever. And it took a couple days of, every now and then I would just stop and delete a whole bunch of attachments. And it gave me room. I could make a video and upload it, but it would fill up again real soon. It didn't give me a whole lot of space, and I was pretty frustrated. And then the day after I finished getting rid of all of the attachments, and then I went and deleted more photos of my own photos. Whatever I don't want to print, I deleted, because I'm going to take my phone to Walmart and print pictures and delete all the rest. But I just kept deleting stuff. Well, the next morning, I got up and I looked at the settings and whatever storage I had left, and I thought, what's wrong? Where did it all go? Because it was down so low. I have a ton of space now. It must have just taken time to update. I mean, I turned my phone off and then turned it back on, thought that would update it, but it didn't. It updated overnight, and I have a ton of space on my phone now. So now I know. And also my daughter must have been talking to a coworker, because she texted me from work the day after she and her husband had been here trying to help me. She texted me from work and said that I need to, because I'm videoing and uploading from my phone now, but I always delete the video from my phone once it is uploaded to YouTube. She said somebody told her that I have to empty the YouTube cache, C-A-C-H-E. And I'm like, I didn't even know there was such a thing, and I don't know how to do that, but I Googled it. No, I looked on YouTube for it. I'm talking and not even showing you, but that's how they look. And I think they're pretty cool. You can't tell everything that's going on in the scene, but I think they're really cool tags to put in a journal, and I will sew around them. I need another big one for this, and then I'll be done with all my big pages that I pulled from. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm hitting the phone. So anyway, I looked on YouTube for how to empty the YouTube cache, and I saw two versions of it. One of them was to offload the YouTube app and then put it back on. And the other one was to delete the YouTube app and put it back on. Well, I offloaded it to the cloud and then put it back on, and it didn't make any difference in my storage capacity. So then I deleted it and put it back on, and it still didn't make much difference. Made a little bit of difference, I think. But then, you know, with all the stuff that I was doing, everything worked together, and it updated overnight. So now, all I have to do is every few months, when I'm able to get to my attachments, because right now I don't even know how. It allowed me to do that because I was low on space, and it had a thing I could click on with the things that took up the most gigabytes and megabytes and whatever the KBs are, I don't know. I deleted the GBs and then the GBs and then the MBs and then all the way down to the KBs. It didn't take up a lot of space, but I got rid of them all. So I don't know how to access that now because, well, I probably don't have any at this point. Somebody sent me a GIF already, but when it gets to the point where I have too many, it'll let me know and I can get rid of them. And I can, every now and then, I can just empty the YouTube cache. And hopefully we won't have any more problems. All right, so that's the large tags that I've been working on with the patterns, the rough-looking patterns, and the large magazine images. Aren't they fun? I think they'll be great in a big journal. And this guy, he's a little bit, I think he went with this. I think they were on opposite pages. Or maybe he got cut off. Yeah, I think he got cut off from her page. But if I add another piece of paper, because he's a little bit, he doesn't take up the whole tag, but I could, you know, cut around him and then add some pattern paper over here and make a tag out of him. So that's that. Now the other thing I wanted to do was work on what I could do with these things. And I brought these words over because I might add those. They didn't get put away yet. I was going to make more clusters with them. Oh, here's another tag. I'll keep that with that gentleman. And then I organized and destashed my wrapping paper and doilies and something else last night. I guess this is just wrapping paper and doilies in here. But I took the little pieces that I wouldn't be able to use them as a page, in my journal, but they're still cute, so I just have all these small pieces that I can make things with. Okay, so, and also, got so much stuff. As I'm organizing, I organized my digitals that were already printed, and I have scraps of them and just random pages. See that one I was doing collage with? Random things that I put in this envelope so that I can take them and make things with them. And then I have this that I just keep handy where I stick scraps that I can use as bases or whatnot. So I got so much to do here. I don't even know where to start. Well, let's start with this. This is just a leftover digital. It was already folded. And this would make a nice back of a journal card. And then I can add some stuff to the blank side. So I'm just going to trim off the fold. And what's our measurement here? 8 1/4. So 4 1/8 would cut it in half. It might be kind of wide for a journaling card, so I'm gonna make it 3 3/4. That looks like a good journaling card size. That was 4 3/4. Okay, so let's start with those pieces. I would like to use, don't forget you're doing the white side, some of my wrapping paper and then some of these scraps along with it. This is pretty. It would be okay on there. So this is just a real thin wrapping paper that was glued into a scrapbook. And it says Marie's birthday, April 10th. And I'm just going to leave some of that writing on there. So I'm going to glue this down. And then I'll glue some stuff on top of it. I don't want to get glue all over my backing paper. Well, I have another paper there, so I'm going to fold this. And this will be my glue paper. So once I finish this video, I would like to finish cleaning up in here. So it's all ready. I don't know if I want to just work on making ephemera or get started on my journal, because I have known for days what journal kit I was going to use. I'm using a digital journal kit for the next journal, but I did not know what kind of cover I was going to give it. And I've been thinking and thinking and thinking about it even while I was working on the golden books. And then last night, I went to bed, turned off the light, and it hit me what cover I want to use. And then I got excited about it. So now I'm thinking about how, what style are the pages going to be, and I hope I am piquing your interest so that you'll come back and see what that project is going to be, because I'm not going to tell you yet. Okay, so we have this on here, and there's some white space that I can cover. I just found this little arrow that I stamped and cut out, so maybe I can use that on there. What of these can I add? This is cute. It's got numbers. That's what I had it for. It's got little hearts on the back. I like the numbers, you know, I always like the numbers. Can put that there. And a piece of ledger. Just a little strip. And that little arrow was cute. It helps the arrow stand out more. That's just a little digital number that got left out of the folder when I put it away. So I don't feel like getting out the folder, so we'll just use that. And now let's look for a word to put on there. How about miscellany? This is all miscellaneous stuff. Where do all my scissors go? So I love doing this sort of thing. Just taking scraps, leftover pieces, and seeing what I can do with them without a real game plan. It's fun. And I think I'm going to go gangbusters on my scraps, but after an hour, I usually only have a couple small pieces made. A couple meaning less than 5, probably. Wish that strip was just a little bit wider. Let's see if I have a wider one. I don't want the print on it, but I do have strips. I just put a bunch of strips away from this last project. All right, we're not going for masterpiece here. We're just going for cute use of scraps. I think the person that wrote Marie's birthday, probably Marie's mother, on that paper made a goof because it looks like it's B-R-I. Looks like an R, looks like an I, and the dot is right over what should be the R. That's okay. We all make goofs. I've been known to do it myself many, many times. So that just is interesting little error there on this journal card. Marie's birthday. So I just relayed all of that information about my camera, my phone, video issues, in case any of you have to deal with the same things. Now the camera is it's a digital camera, of course. My other one is a digital camera, but it's not like this. This one has like a computer screen on it, touch screen, and I don't understand all of the things, the knobs and twirly things. I don't understand what everything means on that camera. Did I glue that piece down? Yes, I did. So I was watching videos because I did a 25-minute video. I did it successfully. 25 minutes. I thought that was decent. And it recorded it. I was watching the time. It started out with like 28 minutes, I think, on the screen. And I thought, well, I guess that's telling me how much time I have to record. So I recorded, and it recorded. I stopped it at 25 minutes. I still had a little time left. It didn't shut off on me. And I uploaded it to my computer, to my laptop, and it split it into 3 sections. Like the last section was under 2 minutes. Why would it do that? I don't know. So I watched some YouTube videos with this make of camera to try to understand. And so far, I was already a bit frustrated, so it wasn't a good time for me to try to fix the problem. Technology issues do things to me. I will just tell you that. And I watched some videos and was following along for setting up a camera to begin with, but nobody was addressing the fact that it splits the video. I wanted to learn about how to make a longer video. So when I am in a better frame of mind, I will try that again. But it's not so urgent now because now I can use my phone. Before, like for the last week or whatever, it's been very frustrating because I would manage to get a video done and uploaded, and then I didn't have any more space again, and I have to delete more stuff. And so it's just been a battle, as you know, because every day I'm telling you I had trouble. So now I can just keep on using my phone while I take my time and try to learn how to use my camera. And it might just end up being a camera that I take photos with. And I want to get back into taking more photos. I used to take a lot of photos. That is a really cute card, isn't it? I love that. And it has that on the background. Fun. Okay, what else can we do? This is an embossed wrapping paper. So the floral pieces, the arrangements are cut off, but I love the embossed daisies and lilies of the valley. White side. And this is just a small piece of wrapping paper, but I could make a lot of ephemera with that. So even just using that up would take me a long time. I have a piece of a doily that I cut up for something that would go well with this piece. I'll cut a little bit off the bottom of this. I think I want to leave that yellow layer to go with the doily. So I'll cut off a little bit of lily of the valley down there. That's cute. I don't think any of these things that I'm making will go into the next journal project. This is just a play day. I'm not trying to make stuff for any particular journal. It's a play day and using up my scraps day. I'll use the glue for this just because of the embossed parts. And once that glue dries, I will trim off the excess. And I will sew around it and probably add some lace or something at the top. And let's see if we have a word. Maybe just a number. Why? That came off that one magazine that I cut up, the lady and the man. I thought I could use that word in something. I know I'll cut this crooked if I don't do this. Finest in the world. I need a tiny little scrap for that. Like, I think that orange color would be good. That one's a little bit brighter, but it's good. Corner's a little bit worn. It's still a little sticky. I destashed some journal supply kits today. I've had them bundled up for a few weeks, but I finally got a chance to list them. So thank you to those who bought them. I had 4 different kits and they all sold. So now I can move on to whatever's going to be the next thing I list. For me, it's fun to put my destash in my shop and list it and send it off to let other people use it. It moves it out of my supply and moves it into someone else's who will use it. These are so cute. I love these. And then they look nice on the back. Yes. Might as well stick with what we're doing. It's not like we're doing the same thing. Well, we are kind of, but I'm using different images, so that makes it more fun, right? I hope. Oh, let's use one of these little children. I can put her on the edge. I have loved this gift wrap, but I know, oops, that this piece is small enough now that I won't use it. I don't think I did use it as a page. I think I've just been cutting out images because that makes it last longer and go further. But the exciting thing is I have 2 sets of wooden drawers in the nook that's between my craft room and my office. And those wooden drawers used to be in the office because they were right next to the piano. So one set of wooden drawers held my piano music, and the other set held journaling supplies, different kinds of paper. And now it's in the nook. It still has my music. I had destashed some of my music, so I had 3 empty drawers to give to more paper supplies. Well, that's ridiculous. My paper supplies are taking over my house. I had music in the top drawer, but that was music to use in journals. Vintage music books and children's lesson books and stuff like that. And then I had wallpaper. And then I had 12 by 12 solid color cardstock, not patterned. And then everything else, all the drawers, there's, I don't know how many, 4 or 5 narrow drawers, skinny drawers, and then there's 2 deep ones, I think. 2 deeper ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 6 narrow drawers and 2 deep ones. So when I destashed and organized, I emptied 3 drawers. And it's not that I got rid of everything, but I destashed enough, and I had already destashed enough in this craft room that I had some empty space in here, and I just left it empty until I, got to something and thought, well, I can put that in there. So that's what I did. I brought in here my doilies and my wrapping paper and calendar pages. No, not calendar pages. I did organize some calendar pages. What did I bring in here? Doilies and shelf liners and the handmade paper and mulberry paper. And stationery. That was the other thing I destashed. Stationery and gift wrap. It's all in here now. Very handy for me. And now I have 3 empty drawers in the wooden drawer units. So I'm thinking I can put in some of my home papers, like things that I don't have room for in my desk area in my bedroom. I have stuff on the floor under the desk, and it just doesn't look pretty. you know, just my bills and papers that I want to save, but I don't necessarily need to access them, but I need to keep them. So anyway, I'm thinking I might actually use those drawers for actual office stuff, personal office stuff. And these are the digital pages that I got out. Nope, I need something with more contrast. This is a copy of the back of a vintage composition book that I bought. That's cute. I think I ended up selling the actual composition book because I just loved the cover, so I made a copy of it. I think the front of it had an elephant on it. I think we can get 4 of these made. Nope, we cannot. So in 45 minutes, I might get 3 journaling cards done, and nobody would ever know I used anything out of these piles of scraps. If you saw those piles before and after, you'd say, yeah, what'd you do? But then I would show you these lovely pieces, and I would say, this is what I did. I don't want to tear her jump rope by rubbing it with glue stick. It is a vintage wrapping paper, so it's not very sturdy. So I think when I'm done with this, I'll clean up the mess from my desk, because I had it all cleaned up yesterday. And I will spend an hour, I'll set the timer, and I'll spend an hour tidying up the rest of the craft room. It's not all from my last project, it's stuff gets piled up. I'm working on a project, and then I have something else piling up in here and thinking I'll deal with that later. Today's the day, because I want it all cleaned up tomorrow. And then I'll just relax the rest of the day. It's already, oh my goodness, it's already 4 o'clock. She's cute. Nope, it's not. It's got shapes on it. This doesn't cut very well. It's probably because the glue is still wet. It does better on thick stuff anyway. I'll look for a label to put on this. Oh, sorry. When am I going to stop doing that? You're probably asking the same thing. When are you going to stop doing that? big. Put this up without hitting the camera. I didn't even try to collage, I just glued her down. Got it. I think I will make the fourth one off camera just to have it done. And then I'll keep all these pieces for another video another time. I could come back and stamp a word in there in the label, because I think I'm out of time. 47 minutes. Yep. Well, I can go over 45 minutes if I want to. I just try not to. So if I can get my little dish of words without bumping the camera, might as well finish this up. She is so happy skipping rope. I used to love to skip rope. So we'll just put the word happiness on here. I think we can make it fit. So this is what we did today. Well, yeah, I said 45 minutes. We got these three done, but I did other stuff. I forgot. I talked about stuff and showed you things, and I made this and this and this. So yeah, I got some stuff done today. Tell me what you think of today's quick and easy project. I'll be back with more in the next video. I hope you're having a creative day. Bye.